came into this world with nothing, I'm going out with nothing.
A rise of atomic supermen.
And all the humanity and all the fans feeling around it. I can't talk, ladies and gentlemen. Honest, it's just like that fans.
Say hello. I know everybody's off watching the Jack show. I don't do the green room thing anymore. Like where you just have a room full of people that you want to stream with. I bailed on the Blacklist green room, and I didn't want to be invited back into it, and I did not create a new one. Surprised you guys are here instead of watching the Jack show. Although it is well, I guess for some of you I understand why you're not watching the Jack show. There's just been chicanery. Malin is triggered by a video a fan made for you because it had a Malin Tears mug. They're talking trash about you on the Jack show.
I would stop. If Mike would just stop doing stuff like this. Stop sending me videos of skin frogs.
Oof. Then I want to do same as like a robusta way, like this.
Quick dispatch.
Like that, and then go into the ice water. I'm gonna move this one a little bit.
Okay.
And move this one.
Yeah. This close too?
Yeah. No, actually, I want to keep it here is fine. Maybe I'm gonna shock.
Want to shock the head?
Shock the head. Or this way.
Yeah, just do it
ready?
normally.
Oh, it's a bit really tough.
Okay, that should be. It's now moving, right?
Yeah. Stop it, and then I'll stop deciding. Then I'll stop deciding the results of your contest. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. No. Even Cecil, show my screen real quick. Let me show you guys this. This is a promo he did for this week's Drawn and Quartered. Let me, oops. Now, I'm trying to offer Mike peace.
By the way, we can't hear the audio if there is any.
Oh, that's okay. I don't know if there is any audio. Let's see.
Oh, I seen this. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Mike did this before his deal this week. Get everyone excited for it. Hey, look, there's a lot of people that didn't show up. Hey, there's me.
Yeah.
He's going to show me again a couple times in here. Now, this is a guy. Hey, there I am again. This is a guy that doesn't want to be trolled. These guys are about peace, no drama, and they just want to make good comics. That's me again. I was not on this show.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Now, hold on. Look at that. Malin's tears.
Yeah. What a fucking asshole.
That's someone that doesn't want to be trolled, but he's more than happy to troll. Now, what do you think is going to be the natural thing if I start responding to that?
Victimization. Why is John being ass mad? Why won't he leave us alone?
Well, that's very mature of them. Very mature of them. They can't take it. It's funny because they keep saying that I can dish it, but I can't take it. I can troll, but I can't stand being trolled. That's not the case. That's not the case at all. They just don't understand the difference between trolling and just being a jerk.
Want to shock the head?
Shock the head? Oh, this way.
Yeah, just do
Okay,
it.
ready?
Normally.
What bothers me about Mike is that over and over again he does this stuff. And what he's doing is no different than what War Campaign does to him. No different. It's just trolling. It's just trolling. But Mike wants immunity from being trolled. That's what bothers me about Mike.
He doesn't like it when he this is the thing. We could play this game back and forth if you want to. Like if you want to troll me, we'll troll you back. So I was gonna kind of you're exactly right, John. He overreacts when he's on the receiving end of a troll. So I go into War Campaign and I'm like, all right, so we're gonna decide who the winner is. Mike knows we're gonna decide that the winner is him because I've said you're gonna always win. You wanted John off of the show so that you could win, and now you're gonna win all day long. Okay, you win. You had to get John out of the way so that you could be a winner. Now you're the winner all the time.
They think it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. Being a troll takes the ability to forecast your opponent's responses to things and then setting them up. It's like setting a trap for someone and then laughing your butt off when they fall for it. That's trolling. Just being a jerk is not trolling. It's just being a jerk. Stop baiting Malin, Mike. These guys are egomaniacs. Hey, a fan made that video. I wasn't going to be like, hey, can you cut that last part off, please? John Malin has forgotten what being an adult means. It's sad watching grown men fall to pieces over a bit of fame and a bit of money. Well, John doesn't have any kids, which, doesn't excuse everyone in this scenario. But I was talking to Elijah the other day. I think I told this story already where he was complaining that I was treating him like a kid. He's an adult, and I'm like, you're not an adult. I'm like, you're 18 years old, but that doesn't make you an adult. I'm like, being an adult means taking care of yourself. Right? There's two stages to adulthood. One is when you start taking care of yourself, and the other is when you start taking care of someone else. a child. You know, if you, I guess maybe if you have a wife that that you're financially responsible for and she doesn't work or anything, that might qualify. But, you know, nowadays most women work too. But those are the stages of adulthood: taking care of yourself and then taking care of someone else or others or an entire family. I don't know. Oh no, John's wife works. But I think there's just a certain level of maturity that you never reach until you're a father.
Want to shock the head?
Shock the head? Oh, this way.
Yeah, just do
Okay,
it.
ready?
Like,
And oddly, some fathers, sadly, don't reach that level of maturity either. Somehow or another, they just fail to make that leap into mature adulthood. I don't give a damn if they're mad at me. Look, I posted it on Twitter. What did I say? How did I phrase it? It was very eloquent. I said, there are people with standards of behavior, and there are people without. It is very difficult for both kinds of people to work together to mutual benefit. And I had someone in particular in mind who you guys probably are not thinking about. But boy, doesn't it just cover a broad range of the issues that we're having? There are people with standards of behavior, and obviously there are people without. You know what? I kind of want to grab that, copy it, paste it here, and then highlight it here. Thing. All right. That will be the banner for a while on the show. Cold P says, I'm a father, Mike, and I wouldn't agree with you about John. I like both of you, but I see John's point. But going back and forth, no matter who is correct, it's not mature at this point. Well, there's playful ribbing, you know, a Malin's tier thing. I didn't even do it, but I just saw it as a playful ribbing. There's playful ribbing, which, you know, I have been more than guilty of. And there is absolutely destructive lies like Mike is anti-COMICSGATE. He's trying to burn down CG, which cost me support, cost me subs, cost me money, because people have refunded me after hearing these lies coming from the mouths of EVS and Malin. Because Ethan went after me that first night, and my subscriber count dropped by like 50. And that's why I got all mad. I'm like, you know what? If you're going to do that, just do it now. Everybody doing it now. Just scrape off the cobwebs. I just want a lean, mean fighting machine at Blacklist Universe. I just want real people. I want real people. I want to be able to monetize 100% of my subs, right? If I have 4,000 subs and I have 4,000 supporters on my Indiegogo, that is perfection. And not being truthful about what was said, that's not just me, you know. I'm standing up for the truth and for my friends. It's just there's a certain line at a certain time, and if it costs me tens of thousands of dollars, so be it. I'm really, that's the one thing I think I hate, is that people, the people who are defending the opposition, saying that I was just being fake and all just in it for the money and all this kind of stuff. You people obviously have not been paying any attention to the person that I am for the past year, because that has nothing to do. Money is not my god. Well, I posted something today on my Twitter telling people who aren't actually fans of mine to unsub from me, and they are. So.
Oh, well then it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working brilliantly. I like to self-sabotage myself once in a while, just to kind of clear the cobwebs out. Cost me subs, cost me money, because people have refunded me after hearing these lies coming from the mouths of EVS and Malin. I may be guilty of a little gentle ribbing. But those guys are trying to tear down my business, take food out of the mouths of my children. And it's not the same thing. What? But wasn't Doug T trying to burn down Indicron which was originally a flagship CG vehicle? Yeah, Christ Energetics, and I have argued with Doug offline about how he was about that, how he is about CG. But Doug is Doug, and I am me, and we're not part of some grand. The only team that we're on together is that we're both believers in Christ, right? There's no Legion of Doom.
Welcome, drawn and quartered fans, to the greatest show over 1 year in the making. I'm Doug TeNapel, the creator of such flops as CBS's lowest rated Saturday morning cartoon, Project Geeker, and the Sony PlayStation forgettable game, Boombots. We have assembled some of the greatest artists on earth, and banned the best one, to make a group of supervillains so heinous that fans have declared us the greatest threat to the DC Hall of Justice since Zack Snyder. I've been working countless months with Nick Rekieta to assemble this team of evil. We are the mortal enemy of environmentalist social justice warriors, that's right, known as EVSJWs.
Oh.
We have raised the Hall of Doom from the murky depths of Slaughter Swamp to present our schemes and scams. Tonight's subject matter will be the Legion of Doom. That's right. They will be drawing Bizarro, Brainiac, Quarter Black Manta, Captain Cold, PETA, Giganta, whom even Antonio Bryce swiped right on, Grodd, Nasser, Lex Luthor, Riddler, Sinestro, Solomon Grundy, and who can forget the most evil villain, the most creative name, the most terrifying character to keep kids up all night, Toyman. Many will draw, and if you feel a tug on your heartstrings, mail in your vote. And if you haven't knocked down your own mailbox, send it in at the end. And now, I present to you Edwin, who will introduce tonight's all-star stellar cast of the truly evil Legion of Doom to draw the Legion of Doom. Edwin Boyette.
Did you see that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, him eating the taco, Doug doing his Legion of Doom. Look, I mean, but otherwise, if they weren't playing victim, it'd be funny. Doug doing his speech, well, everything except for the Tug stuff, you know, it'd be funny. Like, okay, you can make fun of my name. I'm cool with that. I don't remember. Oh, he said EVS, Environmental Social Justice Warriors, or whatever that was.
Right.
It's funny. It's funny. But it's that turning around and acting to the point of banning people in your chats. Like, what is wrong with you? For fudge? For fudge? Really? Like, come on.
I'm not going to be like, Doug, I can't be your friend anymore because Ethan doesn't like you. Grow up. Grow up. Could everyone just grow up, please? That'd be great. Thank you. Bunch of freaking man children. Christ Interject says, I actually believe that conspiracy is all this is planned drama by all comic creators to sell books. This isn't selling books, Christ Energetics. This has lost me money. I'm sure this has lost Ethan money. John doesn't do refunds, so it hasn't lost him money yet, but it's lost him future supporters. This is all costing all of us money because they just won't let it die. I mean, I'm as guilty of responding to stuff as anyone, but that's me responding out of weakness. I fight against responding to it, and I fail. They just won't let it die. I'm telling you, I am guilty of responding. They just won't let it die. I'm just saying that I'm not the one who starts it. And yeah, I know that sounds like a third grade argument too. But I'm not going to, it's true. I'll be sitting here perfectly quiet, not doing anything. And I'll hear, oh, someone's talking about you. I'm like, oh, freaking. I could just ignore it. I should just ignore it. Again, I'm guilty for my part.
Want to shock the head?
Shock the head? Oh, this way.
Yeah, just do it.
Ready?
And it's not fun. You think I'm having fun? You think I'm having fun? You think this is fun for me? Losing money? I've freaking been busting my butt for a year now, trying to build up this community, trying to build up this channel, trying to produce quality products for you guys. You think it's fun for me to be losing money because someone won't stop talking crap about me? You think that's fun? This is not fun for me. If it costs me tens of thousands of dollars, so be it. I'm really... that's the one thing I think I hate is that people, the people who are defending the opposition, saying that I was just being fake and all just in it for the money and all this kind of stuff. You people obviously have not been paying any attention to the person that I am for the past year, because that has nothing to do. Money is not my God. Probably watching the Jack show. I was told they're over there talking smack about me again. I'm like, jeez.
You know,
freaking get a life. Hey, you know what? There's a Star Wars trailer out, guys. Why don't you talk about that?
well, there's a pattern where there always needs to be a villain or always something to talk down. It seems like some kind of people just don't have anything interesting to say unless they're talking something or someone down.
Yeah.
But it may be time to stop creating content for people.
I'd have to just not be on the internet at all to stop creating content for people, because they're just gonna troll my accounts and troll my everything to pick things apart.
Right.
Again, Tim Lim.
What happened with
Tim? A year of nothing. A year.
Yeah.
A year of him saying absolutely nothing about War Campaign, about COMICSGATE, about anything, and they continue. They continue to freaking harass this guy.
But this idea has been perpetuated that somebody can do something and a bunch of people can just decide that they need to be harassed with pornographic imagery
for an entire year. And it hasn't stopped, so it's a year and counting, we can call it.
Yeah. There is never a good rationalization for tormenting someone for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That is disorder. That is unmanly cruelty.
It's simply what bullies do. They just won't let it die.
We're doing a couple of things. If you guys were here last night for Drawn and Quartered, I pulled in some of the moderators that I know fairly well, and then I pulled in several people who have really moderate temperaments, right? More gentle temperaments, because we've got some moderators who have been a part of the scrapping, but we've got a few who are mature, reasonable, and thoughtful people. And I got a team of people to shunt some stuff down quickly.
So what we were doing was we had everybody just typing bracket message deleted bracket and forcing them mods to delete that, which essentially turned it from black to gray. That's all it did. We were just watching all of these like bracket message deleted bracket go from black to gray as the mods deleted them. And I've never seen anything so absurd and weird in my life. And when Kevin Ryan, who's a reasonable man,
he's a moderator.
He's a mod over there. He said, why are we doing this? Why are the mods doing this? Edwin took away his wrench live.
Oh,
yanked his wrench from him.
Well, he clearly crossed the line. What did he do?
He said, why are we doing this? Why are we deleting message deleteds?
Well, it's not like Edwin, of all people, to overreact. I'm sure he had good reason. This guy, this Kevin Ryan, must have been a habitual line stepper.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster. He's he's a political operative, by the way. He works for the Republican Party in Vermont. Poor guy.
Whoa.
And of course, he was on the line.
Well, I don't think Edwin has any interest in building an echo chamber with the moderators. So I'm sure if there was one dissenter, he would have had to go so far above and beyond what's proper to have had that wrench removed.
Yeah.
Live.
Live. The guy's like, wait, you took my wrench away. And Edwin goes, we can have a private Google Hangout and talk about why. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, Dad.
Loop-de-loos.
But one man died there at Bitter Creek, and they say he ran away, branded, marked with a coward shame. What do you do when you're branded? Well, you fight for your name. He was innocent, not a charge was true. but the world would never know. Branded, scorned as the one who ran. What do you do when you're branded and you know you're a man? Wherever you go for the rest of your life, you must prove you're a man.
For instance, you can't, for instance, just go stand in the middle of a showing of Joker and start screaming profanity in the middle of the show.
Samuel Guzman, Edwin took the wrench from a moderator because we were in a very high tense situation, and then we sat down with him afterwards and talked to him, and Edwin gave him his wrench back.
Yeah,
so,
sure did.
Don't you worry your pretty little head over things that don't concern you. Yep. And you know what? My house, my rules. You guys don't like it, you don't have to be here. Well, people want to argue with us now. That's fine. I'm generally speaking perfectly willing to have contrary views on my channel. I enjoy it. You know, I can be a bit of a contrarian myself.
I would like for it to be lighter, and I think some of these guys have the idea that, like, I don't wish any misfortune on EBS, John Malin, any of those people. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No, but what they don't get is they're causing their own misfortune by trying to create this divide. And it's not good business. I wish they would wake up to that fact.
Want to shock the head?
Shock the head? Oh, this way.
Yeah, just do it
normally.
That everybody has got bits and pieces and snatches, and very few people probably have a full context on it. And it is so tedious and so boring to go through all this stuff.
Margaret Miracle, are you not listening at all? Because I just said I enjoy people coming on and disagreeing with me. And you're saying, okay, fine, Mike can only have people who agree with him. Good luck with that. That is absolutely not what I'm saying at all, and nor have I ever said it. I'm saying when I have a house full of guests, don't come in here with your freaking marching band and try to crap all over my house. That's when I get a little perturbed, is because it's not just about me. Right now it's me, it's Edwin. We can handle this stuff.
Well, I guess what I learned is, if you're gonna reach for a star, reach for the lowest one you can.
Questions. We do know there's some people who are, it's about team sports for them. But you know, you want to treat everybody with as much patience and tolerance as you can.
And I just have a lot more patience and tolerance on a show like this than I do when I have a house full of guests. Is this not understandable to you guys? Margaret, is that understandable to you? Because it seems like just plain common sense, common decency to me.
And so if you don't have that perspective, maybe go gain that perspective. And then Mike might sound more reasonable. Or if he doesn't, then maybe we don't need you.
I guess what I learned this week is that violence really isn't the only way to resolve a conflict. But it's the only way to win it.
Do you want to be the kind of person that can work with people who have standards of behavior? Or do you want to just be some anarchic a-hole? Because I don't want to be that. I did when I was a kid, but I grew up. I wish these guys would too.
Not asking you to choose sides apart from choose decency. Choose decency. Choose kindness.
Want to shock the head?
Shock the head? Oh, this way.
Yeah, just do it normally.
But I'd like to get to the point where, you know, everybody in our circle knows that the intentions are good. knows that our intentions are good, and there's not cruelty. There's not cruelty masked as, oh, we're just playing around with you, right? So that we can have the smack talk again and stuff. And it's friendly smack talk, and not masked cruelty or masked sadistic urges.
Yeah, well, that's why John doesn't want to come back. He's afraid that we're going to say something and actually mean it. No, literally, that's what he said on his stream.
Everybody has to decide what their role is. You know, are people going to be comic book professionals, comic book creators who use YouTube as a platform to uplift and entertain? Or are people going to be YouTubers who occasionally make a comic book? And there's the two different things, and people's motivations will be different because of that also. Right?
Yeah, that's funny because I talked to Adam, friend it offline, and he's like, oh, let me help you, build your YouTube. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to be a YouTuber. Like that's, I mean, I want my channel to grow and all that stuff, and I like doing the different shows, and it's fun. But my purpose here is to build a comic book universe, and being on YouTube is a mode to that end, right? But I don't want to be freaking PewDiePie. I want to. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting here and I'm inking slowly, methodically lines with a quill and a ruler, and I enjoy it. This is what I want to do. I want to draw, I want to create, I want to build a future for a world inside my head, a universe inside my head. YouTube is a fun part of that, but I have no intention of making YouTube my living. If I could get paid $20,000 a month to do this, I would do this. But I love creating. I've been actively creating multiple books because I have a plan for the future for Blacklist Universe, and it is building out an entire universe. So that is my goal.
Not like Mike is trying to interfere with anybody's ability to do commerce or the success of their books or anything like that. And I don't think any of our friends want anybody's books or projects to suffer at all. Nope. I don't know anybody talking like that. Here, let's see. Dynamo says, Edwin, everyone needs to get a grip and realize that normies and their money are fleeing from this indie comic scene.
Yep. Unfortunately, the people that enjoy it are the people causing it too.
Yeah. Because this is not what we're about. Just kind of got in a position where it seemed like that no one else was standing up for people who were being treated poorly. And it certainly wasn't why I got involved in COMICSGATE or anything like that, to see people tormented for somebody's pleasure. And that just really disturbed me. I do not like bullies.
Yeah.
We may just have to knuckle down, and I'm gonna try and stay away from it on Twitter altogether.
Yeah.
And I've got just about all these people blocked. The funny thing is, though, a lot of the audience brings it in here too.
I know.
Jawa Express says maybe be like Doug. Doug tried to keep the CG stuff to a minimum. His chat really turned around. Do we just need to knuckle down and say, you know what? This is not the place to discuss CG.
Well, that's the thing is I'm not anti-CG. Doug is. You know? I have nothing against CG. You and Edwin, I know you can say you're not CG, but you absolutely believe in the real principles of CG as much as I do.
Sure.
So we're not anti-CG. We just don't like this branding that has happened and this bizarre behavior that has become this cultish mindset that is destroying this community and costing all of us money. I wish people would wake up to that because it's cost me thousands. I imagine this is crap is going to cost Ethan tens of thousands of dollars, if not more. And if he doesn't wake up and start acting like a freaking grown-up, he's going to burn his own house down. And it's stupid. I'm sorry. And if it cost me tens of thousands of dollars, so be it. Follow the people, support the people who you think are producing the kind of content you want to support.
Mr. Josh Shin says, anti-CG or not, if you ignore the bully usually leaves you after a while. That really bothers me.
Rational world, you're right.
Well, Tim Lim is the counterexample to that.
Yeah.
During programs, we are like drone and quartered. We're not going to give them. That is kind of a policy now, I think, where we're not going to give them verbal recognition or feed into that. We're going to keep trucking along with the show, and then the moderators have got a great plan to deal with that.
Yeah, and it's good because most of the artists just have their head down drawing anyways, and nobody's paying attention to the chat.
Yeah. And people call Doug unprofessional. Doug's Bigfoot Bill book had the highest level of production of any COMICSGATE or any independent comic book that came out this year or last year. When was the mailing date on?
Oh wait, did it ship last year? No, it was this year.
This year. So to date, so people talk about Doug not being professional. Doug was the most professional, maybe not with some of his behavior, but with his product. With his product, the actual care in the product, in the quality of the product. The presentation, I'm talking about the physical characteristics, right? Bigfoot Bill is a crazy good looking book. And he gave people extra, and people were saying Doug is not professional. You can argue with the other stuff where Doug likes to brawl with people and stuff, or Doug's hot tempered. Yeah, you can make those arguments, but as far as the quality of his product, Doug had one of the very best books. Now, it wasn't Lone Star, but I'm biased towards Lone Star.
You've had some good trolling moments, but you're not a troll, Mike. Well, I'm not a professional troll. I am, however, the greatest troll in this community. I've done some Donald Trump level trolls, so 4D chess level trolls. Killing it humanely quickly is one thing. Eating it alive is another. Why? It was already. What difference does that make? She wasn't actually eating it alive. She wasn't like biting part of it that was attached to the brain. But that's not trolling. Picking out a live lobster to be boiled alive is just as gruesome. You're just used to it. That's true. Animal cruelty. No. It's called food, people. It's called food. And guess what? All food is killed in the process of us eating it. You have to stop being mean. What would Jesus do? Well, he didn't become who he was trying to reach. You know? He didn't condone their behavior. He said, go and sin no more. You have to stop being mean. What would Jesus do? Well, he didn't become who he was trying to reach. Why did you read a BuzzFeed-style article to identify cults? And it was just kind of a little flabbergasting. The correlations, you know? But the correlations between what all cults have in common and what a certain group of people I have been all too familiar with act. That is not to say that they're a cult. They just have everything in common with cults that cults have in common.
I guess what I learned most of all was that you should always take responsibility for your actions, unless you don't have to.
He's crazy.
They're all crying.
People look at you today, 20 years later, and they still have no idea what you're about. Tell me in a sentence who you are.
A person can be alive in the morning, dead at night.
I am the way to go. I am the way of the future.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
For those who are sick, those who are infested, those who are possessed, and those who are having strong temptation.
Go! Stay on the road.
It's alive, watching.
I live in the deep
Who's there?
Tell me in a sentence who you are.
Nobody.